Good morning, everyone. For the rest of the course, we will see a brief art history. This is the first chapter we are going to see, the prehistoric and ancient Mediterranean. So let's see the beginning of the art history. Give me 1 second.
Morning, Professor.
Good morning. So this here, as you can see in the box, you will see Mediterranean Sea. The Mediterranean Sea, where the story of Western art begins. It is surrounding Africa, Near East, and Europe. Beginning around 3000 BCE, numerous ancient civilizations arose, overlapped, and interacted. They learned from one another and conquered each other, and they transformed into the world. So this is a female figure sculpture 25,000 years ago. It was found near Willendorf, a town in present-day Austria. And now let's look at the size. Now it is very small, enough to fit comfortably in the palm of a hand. It has detailed hairstyle that covers the entire head, and the body's proportions are exaggerated. So scholars alone assumed that they were fertility figures used in some symbolic way to encourage pregnancy and childbirth. And this is the oldest painting. It is daily life of the Neolithic period in the rock paintings of the Tassili Nezo resin in Algeria in northern Africa. Today, Tassili Nezo is part of the Sahara, the world's largest desert. So we can assume at that time the desert had not yet emerged. The reason as a vast grassland home to animals, plants, and the people we see depicted here. The figure depicts the essence of human and animal bodies in actively posed, stylized silhouettes. Now, let's see the Mediterranean world. Today, we are going to see two big art thread of Mediterranean world. The first one is Mesopotamia, and the next one is Egypt. So let me show you ancient Mediterranean world's timeline first. So the female figure we just saw together is about 23,000 BCE, is the beginning of the Western art. And the rock painting in Northern Africa is about 5,000 BCE here. And the Mesopotamia arose about 2,000 years before the century. And this area of Mesopotamia was highly desirable. So many empires were built and disappeared, like Sumer, Akkad, Babylon, Assyria, and Babylon again. On the other hand, the Egypt. The Egypt was continued as one empire for 1700 years, and it was parallel with the Mesopotamia's timeline. So let's see the Mesopotamia first. The region known to the ancient world as Mesopotamia occupied a large area roughly equivalent to the present-day nation of Iraq. The fertile soil watered by the, here, Tigris River and the Euphrates River made Mesopotamia highly desirable. But a lack of natural boundaries made it easy to invade and difficult defend. So, Sumerian built a city-state in Mesopotamia first here, and the first empire was by Akkadian here, and the second empire by Babylonian here, and the third empire of Mesopotamia was built by Assyrian, and the last empire of the Mesopotamia was built by Babylonian again. So let's see one by one. The first cities of Mesopotamia arose in the southern area, a region called Sumer, about 3400 BCE. And the Sumerian were the first people to leave behind them not just artifacts, but also words. Lacking stone, the Sumerians built their cities of sun-dried brick using the load-bearing construction technique. And they had the refined and luxurious aspects of art. Now let's see the first empire by Akkadian, Mesopotamia. So by 2300 BCE, the Sumerian city-states had been conquered by the neighbors to the north, the Akkadians. Under ruler Sargon I, the Akkadians established the region's first empire. Sargon I's grandson, Naram-Sin, commemorated his victory over the Lulubi people of eastern Mesopotamia with monumental stele of King Naram-Sin. So this is the sculpture. It pictures the Akkadian king dressed in godlike regalia and striding confidently over the defeated soldiers. And now let's see the second empire by Babylonian in Mesopotamia. Amorites, who consolidated their rule over the region and established a capital at Babylon. And the most important legacy of the Babylonian Empire is not artistic but legal. A set of edicts and laws complied under the ruler Hammurabi, known as Hammurabi's Code. It is the only complete legal code to survive from the ancient world, and it has provided historians with valuable insight into the structure and concerns of Mesopotamian society. Now let's see the third empire by Assyrian in Mesopotamia. Assyrians had been gathered power and territory since before 1100 BCE, and their military strength increased significantly under Ashurnasirpal II. Um, it was the largest empire the region had seen by that time. Ashurnasirpal's palace had the gates fronted by monumental stone slabs carved into enormous human-headed winged beasts, a bull, and a lion. Babylonians, again, uh, came to power in Mesopotamia in the late 7th century BCE, and they formed a kingdom now called the Neo-Babylonian. So these new Babylonians surely must be ranked among the great architects of the ancient world. They developed a true arch just like this before the Romans did, and um, they were masters of decorative design of architect. Now, we just saw all the city-state and the empires in the Mesopotamia area, and now we'll see Egypt. The kingdom of Egypt was protected by rocky, unnavigable stretches of the Nile River. It's right here, and the to the east and the west by deserts. And Egypt, during much of its long history, was separated the waves of immigration and invasion that continually transformed Mesopotamia. The Greek philosopher Plato wrote that Egyptian art did not change for 10,000 years. So this is a Sphinx. It is the symbol of Egyptian art. It is a sense of stability, order, and endurance. It faces the rising sun, seeming to cast its immovable gaze down the centuries for all eternity. Sphinx has the body of a recycling lion and the head of a man thought to be the pharaoh Khufu, whose pyramid tomb is um, is in the center. And this is the very famous sculpture palette of Narmer. And this is Narmer on the center of the palette, and it is called Narmer's pose. And Narmer's pose is typical of Egyptian art. When depicting an important personage, the Egyptian artist strove to show each part of the body to best advantage so that it could be read clearly by the viewers. Narmer's body is seen in profile, right? And his torso, full front, and his head in profile again, but his eye front again. So this same pose recurs throughout most two-dimensional art in Egypt. Egyptian buries their most lavish art in loyal tombs. Rulers were sent into eternity outfitted with everything they would need to continue life in the sumptuous style they had known on earth, such as furniture, jewelry, chariots, clothing, and artifacts of all kinds. That's it for Egypt. We are going to continue to see the prehistory and the ancient Mediterranean world in the next meeting. And we have a sketchbook project related to this chapter. The next sketchbook project is morphing drawing. Let's see what the morphing drawing is. So morphing is a special effect in motion pictures and animations that changes or morphs one image or shape into another through a seamless transition, just like this. So it looks like very contemporary technique. But morphing art had been tried by ancient artists, just like this Assyrian sculpture. So it has, enormous human-headed winged beast, a bull, and a lion. So here's another example. They have a wild beast head and a human body and bird feet. It looks a little bit more aggressive morphing. The left beast has a, bird wings, feet, and their feather on its body. This is a Greek sculpture. So look at the left figure, center. It has, half human and half horse. So now, back to the 21st century, there are lots of fun morphing images. So I will share it. Oops. So it is a morphing with the, elephant and octopus. And the next one is, frog with the orange peel. Oh, it's a, human with the bird wing on a, odd location. It's very creative. And morphing with the, turtle and island. And morphing drawing. I'm sorry, it's like a, photo montage picture with a figure and a seizure. Oh, looks very creative. It's a beetle with a cello. So, you will need a sketchbook, pencil, eraser, and any color medium you have for this project. There are 4 categories: figure, animal, object, nature, or machine. I'm sorry, it's 5. So please choose at least 2 categories and morph them. So for example, you can choose a human being as the figure category and a horse for the animal category. And as usual, please post the work process of your morphing drawing with a short description, and please reply to your peers. So let me share more examples. This is a high heel with the alligator on the top and the texture. Oh, it's a cat with a snake. Oh, I love this. A scorpion machine. This one is also very creative and with measuring spoons. And a girl and a wolf. So that's it. You can do it color or black and white. Please, make any creative drawing with the the categories, it will be very fun. So when you're ready to post your work, please go to week 9-2. No. Any question about this work?
I have a question, Professor.
Nope. All right. So I can't wait to see your creative drawing. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Professor, have a good day.
Doing, Professor.
Yep. Yes, D.
Yeah. Good morning. I'm sorry. Did you get
Morning.
my email yesterday or Tuesday?
Tuesday. Yes, D.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Rexford, can you hear me? Rexford?
Yeah.
Rexford, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I put the wrong, the date setting, so you couldn't take the midterm, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Can you take it now or today?
No, already take it.
Oh, you took it?
Yes.
I couldn't.
Remember you put it up yesterday.
Oh, so you did. Oh, you did it yesterday. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it closed around 11:55.
I'm glad you took the midterm. Okay.
I sent you an email, Professor. Tuesday.
Kathleen, give me 1 second. Let me just check the registered email first. All right. Yes, D.
Yeah, Professor.
Please, please, just did you watch the recording of the last meeting?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Perfect.
And I
And
did the discussion.
perfect. Then you're gonna be fine.
Okay. Thank you, Professor.
Have a great day.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, Professor.
Yeah. Kathleen, did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes, Professor.
Okay. Kathleen, give me 1 second. I checked your email just before the meeting. Give me 1 second. You spend all time. Kathleen?
Yes, Professor.
Yeah, you spend all 90 minutes. Then, it's just, set up like, automatically shutting down. Because,
Yes,
I said, there is a time limitation. It will be 90 minutes.
I understand that, Professor. I just miss it, but that makes me bad.
I'm sorry. There is nothing I can do for you here. I'm sorry. Do you have any other question?
Can you check on my board discussion, please?
You're all these
5,
questions?
6, 7, and 9, please.
Oh, okay. So did you post it later, not on time?
Some of them on time.
Okay, some of them on time and some of them are late, right?
Yes.
After week 5 or before week 5?
Week 6 and 7
Oh, okay. Then I will check
and
on it.
and 9 too.
I will check on it. No worries.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you, Professor.
Bye-bye. Emily, do you have any question? If you don't have any other question, I'm going to close the meeting room. Have a great day.